In this video, you'll find the top 3 negative things about living in Rhode Island. We promoted Rhode Island, things about living here and why it's so great. And we had a lot of people comment a lot of negative things about Rhode Island. And I agree, there's a lot of things that definitely are not great here. So I picked my top 3 things that I do not like about the state and that do annoy me. Before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe. This is our YouTube channel, Living in Rhode Island, where we cover everything you need to know about living in Rhode Island. If you have any questions regarding moving here, don't forget to reach out to us. Our information is going to be somewhere here. We are local real estate agents, and we have a small team, and we would love to connect and help you out. We get people reaching out to us all the time who are thinking about moving here from Boston, from California, from Texas, from New York. So you know where to find us. All right, so let's get into this. Top 3 negative things, in my opinion, about living in Rhode Island. All right, so the first thing is Rhode Island taxes. Taxes drive me absolutely crazy here, and I know that I am not alone in this. There's definitely other people who feel exactly the same. Rhode Island is one of the top states as far as how high the taxes are. So Rhode Island has something that's called a progressive consumption tax. That's the PCT, and that is 10.8%. It's one of the highest in the country. Income per capita in Rhode Island is $50,427. It's the 17th highest in the country. That's not bad. State income tax collections per capita is 1,169, 16th highest. Property tax collections per capita is $2,339, 17th highest. And then general sales tax collections per capita is 921, 25th lowest. Rhode Island is one of the several New England states to rank among those with a high effective tax burden. Okay, so this is a really big deal, and we have a lot of people who complain about the Rhode Island taxes. If there would be the top 5 reasons why people leave Rhode Island, trust me, taxes is one of them. People do not love the fact that you got to pay this much in taxes. Also, Rhode Island is one of the highest in the country when it comes to housing tax, to real estate taxes. Basically, Rhode Island charges the equivalent of $2,339 per person in property taxes annually. And property taxes account for 43.2% of the state's revenue. So that's a pretty big deal. On the good side, in the past 10 years, Rhode Island has made continuous efforts to lower corporate tax, and actually corporates have been able to save hundreds of millions of dollars, and this is just so that more corporates will come here and open more jobs and create more opportunities. All right, so this is reason number 1, taxes. Obviously, it's a big deal. You would pay a lot of taxes if you move here. Everything as far as taxes goes is higher than the national average. Reason number 2 is the infrastructure. The Rhode Island infrastructure is probably one of the worst in the country. Actually, if you look a little further, the White House gave Rhode Island's infrastructure a C- for the Biden administration's American job plans. The administration has proposed, as we probably all know, a $2.3 trillion plan on the nation's roads, bridges, power grid, and other infrastructure needs. According to Rhode Island's fact sheet, the state has 148 bridges and more than 860 miles of highway in poor condition. It said drivers spend about $845 a year on costs caused by driving on bad roads. That's a pretty big deal. And honestly, if you go online, you will probably find memes and jokes about how bad the roads are in Rhode Island and how you shouldn't buy certain cars because you're going to get them ruined in Rhode Island. The White House says that Rhode Island suffered $2 billion in damage from 11 extreme weather events between 2010 and 2020. The proposed federal package would also direct money for housing. The fact sheet shows that 73,000 renters in Rhode Island are considered rent burdened, which means that they spend more than 30% of their income in rent. So this is the second reason. Infrastructure is not the greatest, and you will notice it pretty much right away when you're around here. Not that Massachusetts has the greatest infrastructure either, but you will definitely notice it when you're driving to Rhode Island. So if that is a big deal for you, and if you drive a certain car, and if your car is more important than the place where you live, you probably shouldn't move here. because infrastructure is not the greatest. Okay, and reason number 3 why you should not move to Rhode Island if this is important to you, and obviously it's very important, is employment opportunities. Unfortunately, Rhode Island is not known to have great employment opportunities. You will find jobs, but you will find jobs in smaller businesses. There's a lot of entrepreneurial spirit. There's a lot of people who have small businesses like restaurants. There's a lot of self-employed people. But like I said in the first reason, where I was talking about how Rhode Island is making a continuous effort to lower corporate taxes, the reason why is because we don't have a lot of corporate jobs here. There's not a lot of headquarters that decide to move to Rhode Island for any particular reason. So if you look at the unemployment rates and everything like that, Rhode Island is higher than the national average when it comes to the unemployment rates. The current unemployment rate in Rhode Island is around 11.1%, and the national average is obviously much lower than that. The potential jobs that you would find in Rhode Island is you have a lot of state jobs, a lot of union jobs, and like I said, a lot of small business kind of jobs. And because there's so many universities and colleges here, you can, if you're a professor, if you teach, if you're an educator, then you probably have a really high chance of finding a really good job in that field. But as far as working for a corporate whose headquarters are here, that is not the best place for you to be. All right, guys. Well, these are the top 3 negative reasons about living in Rhode Island. If you are considering moving here, you should definitely think about these 3 reasons. Personally, I don't see them changing anytime soon. They're obviously pretty big. Taxes have been an issue here for a long time. Same with the infrastructure and same with unemployment. We hope it changes, but this is just kind of the reality. If you're considering moving, unless you have a job already lined up, you should definitely think about these things. Infrastructure, it is what it is, and same with the taxes. So there you have it. And also, don't forget to hit subscribe, click the bell, get notifications when we post videos like this. We do this. We post videos like this all the time. We cover everything you need to know about Rhode Island. Not only the positives. This is a negative video, but it's, I believe, necessary. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us at any time. Thank you, and see you into the next video.